Okay. So before we actually get into that, I would just like to remind everybody about Reset by Design Wellness because we did sell out our first Bali trip, but there will be a second Bali trip. So still go to Reset by Design Wellness and sign up. July 8th through 15th is the second Bali trip. So you still have an opportunity to go and experience the lavish lifestyle that we are providing for you. Okay. Yes, get into it. The link is down below in my description box. Also, do not forget to follow Reset by Design Wellness on Instagram so you can become abreast of the next trip. And we are working on a couples trip. We're also working on a trip for men that's going to be coming up. So just support the brand, girl. And if you're trying to come and you missed the first trip, which is the 1st through the 8th, then get your life together so you can come for this 8th through the 15th. Okay. Jacqueline Abule, if I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Thank you. Sending love and positivity while I'm at work. Thank you for the laughs. Have a good day. Thank you so much. You do the same. Thank you for blessing me on this good day, girl, because you know they play with the monies around here. Okay, thank you. Listen, law enforcement officials confiscated narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles during raids in March. Okay, so look, this is the thing. Okay. I'm gonna read y'all a CNN article that came out. Let me see. I'm gonna find something. Okay, let's see. Let's do people. All right, we're gonna do people. I'm gonna read what they said, and then we're gonna get into it. Um, last night, it became clear to me how people are choosing to use this situation as a opportunity to talk, but they ain't saying shit. Claudia Jordan and Mimi Faust and some other man that I don't know, no disrespect, but I just didn't know who he was. They was all on live last night, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe some tea is about to be spilled, something, you know. It was given Claudia was basically trying to do what she was doing over there at Fox Soul with Mimi and this man. And y'all know I love Mimi because Mimi's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Mimi's just a very beautiful girl, but Mimi woman, but like her aging process is like spectacular. She likes the girls. Y'all know I like me some Mimi. And there's nothing I enjoy more. It's using a meme of Mimi eating in order to showcase how much I don't give a fuck about something. Right? Right? But what I need for you not to do is don't get on a panel as a video girl from the early 2000s, being around all these people, very much having your own stories, your own, experiences, lived experiences with some of these people. And you still want to be able to work and be around these people, but you want to get on the internet and pretend like you're going to say something. Don't do that. Just don't get on the internet and act like you're going to say shit. Do what you always do. Look cute and eat your food. But don't waste the people's time talking about, oh, because I'm friends with one of his baby mamas, I'm going to be respectful. Girl, ain't nothing about 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. Plus, another thing, Mimi, it wasn't just 1,000. It was more than 1,000. Also, Diddy's a fucking billionaire before this. Is it really so far-fetched that they would buy everything in bulk? To constantly be focusing on the bottles of baby oil, like you don't know, like you don't watch porn, like you don't know people like to get greased up and all of that. Like, I mean, you know about the porn industry, Mimi. Why are you acting surprised at somebody with a whole bunch of money having all of the necessary things for the freak offs? Like that's what this whole thing was about. So to be focusing on such minute parts, then people are saying shit like, is it illegal to have baby oil? No, but it's illegal to transport prostitutes and people you kidnap over state lines and force them into a sexual play that you record, like, and drug them until they can't decide for themselves what they're doing. They don't know what day it is, forcing them to have sex for days at a time just because that's what you want. I'm sorry. All of that shit's illegal, Boosie. We're going to get into him as well. But let me read what they said. Okay. I just didn't like the energy around not wanting to say no real shit, but wanting to focus on shit that don't fucking matter. And I'm like, girl, you should know about body oil. You around Stevie J. You Stevie J baby mama. You should know about niggas being oiled up for no reason. Girl, that shit made me so. I was watching, waiting for somebody to say something, and that was what they was doing. Girl, I was like, once Mimi sat there and started eating, girl, I clicked off. I ain't see nothing else that happened. Because I was just like, this is a waste of my damn time. Claudia, next time you're going to do that shit, bring some people on there that's going to talk. Don't bring nobody on there that's going to sit there and hold a spot not saying shit. Girl, I'm sorry. And y'all know I love Mimi, but she need to be somewhere, looking cute. Don't come talking to us if you ain't going to say shit. A federal judge in New York ruled to hold the music mogul behind bars at his arraignment on Tuesday, September 17th, rejecting a bail proposal made by Combs' attorney. Combs was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution in a federal indictment unsealed on Tuesday. At the arraignment, prosecutors alleged that Combs had what appeared to be drugs in the hotel room in which he was arrested on Monday. So he had drugs on him, and y'all still worrying about the surplus amount of baby oil for the freak offs around the world that lasts for days. Mm-hmm. 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 Combs appeared at his arraignment Tuesday wearing a black long sleeve shirt and gray sweatpants. The rapper and producer stood and entered a plea of not guilty in court. Following the judge's decision, Combs turned to his family, including his son Christian, who was seated in the third row, and put his hand on his heart. Members of the Combs family declined comment to people. They left the courthouse without making a statement. Y'all think he really treat those kids good, huh? Christian has a case. A very similar, sound like you was teaching your sons how to do what you do. Had them at them same parties, exposing them to God knows what at young ages, just like you did with Usher. Y'all really think the children are safe? That's crazy. That's crazy. You think he puts his hand over his heart, he's actually like a good parent or something. Like, oh my God. Combs' attorneys had proposed a $50 million bail package that would have included a $50,000 bond for the Bad Boy Records founder. Combs, one of the most powerful individuals in the music industry, is accused of forcing women to engage in long orchestrated sex performances known as freak-offs, some of which lasted several days. Okay. Now, when they did get in the house though, they were like AR-15s. Like he had guns, he had drugs, and then he had the things that were set up, towels, you know what I'm saying? Buku lube, all that stuff. Yeah, in preparation for the next freak off. I don't understand. This is what Cassie was talking about. And the whole thing is based off Cassie. I don't even think anybody else is really being pulled in as a victim in this. I think Cassie is really the only person being called a victim in this case. I feel like there are other people that they probably have video of, i.e. Dawn, Kalina. Let's talk about Kalina, shall we? Now, I told y'all that I had paid attention to Kalina over the past few years in comments and shit. Um, And it really bothered me the way Kalina will sometimes talk in comments, right? She gives off male-centered, male-identified, ignorant ass pick me. Just to be very clear, that's what Kalina has given me based off of the comments I've seen Kalina post under different posts on social media. You know what I'm saying? You could tell somebody's mindset by the shit that they say. And so I already knew where Kalina was coming from with this. She came out and basically called Dawn a liar when Dawn's lawsuit came out. We discussed this. We found out, and this is the reason why Diddy's bail was he's not giving bail. I about to say revoked, but he was never given bail. The reason why he was denied bail is because he's been tampering with witnesses. He's been witness tampering, going around to people who have witnessed the actions that are in the lawsuit, calling them 50 some odd times and making them change their stories. That's what he's been doing. Now, to me, Diddy can't touch anybody right now. He can't touch, he might be able to call somebody, but right now, Diddy can't touch anybody. Okay, if he could, then the white boy in them wouldn't have told everything. Okay, so at this point, I feel like Kina is probably at a safe distance. He called her 54 times and then she decided to share her statement. I said, so he harassed her until she put out that statement. There are people who think that means that I don't think Kina was involved. Kina was absolutely on somebody's videotape enjoying the festivities. I think that I don't think if it was a check. Y'all think that he's sending them money to say these things? Y'all, Diddy don't like to pay people when he owed them money. He's not paying them to put out statements on his behalf. That's another thing. He don't have no money. I think everybody keep not hearing that. And then another thing that was a part of his arrest was the fact that he can't use any money that he signed over to his kids. Yeah. Everybody that's in the comments, he signed stuff over to the kids. He signed stuff over to his mama. All that shit is frozen. He can't use none of it. He can't use any of it. That's what the judge and them said. Because him being the black billionaire that y'all love to throw out there all the time as something that means we supposed to protect this nigga. That's the very thing he's been using to protect himself from retribution, to protect himself from being held accountable. His money, his lawyers. So now the courts are like, you can't even use all of that shit in order to pay down any of this stuff. Lawyers' fees or pay money to other people that are suing you. They basically, the government stopped. That means nobody else can get money out of Diddy. Shit's frozen. Kina is not getting any money. Kina is scared and Kina is loyal. And Kina apparently is still with her ain't shit ass husband that I'm sure was very much involved in all of this stuff in one way or another. He friends with Diddy, right? They was all cool, producing, partying, hanging out. I'm sure there's video of everybody doing shit. Do I feel sorry for Kina? Fuck no, I don't. Because at the end of the day, if you and Dawn were in the same boat and Dawn decided to speak out, what you don't do is get your fucking ass on the internet and call Dawn no damn liar. You sit there and you ignore the 54 phone calls, bitch. Yeah, that's what I said. Ignore the phone calls like everybody else. Turn the phone off. Bitches ain't got landlines no more. Unplug the phone. Turn it off. He not gonna come to your door right now. But that's the reason why the judge said no. You're not gonna get out. The assistant United States attorney, witnesses we have interviewed have universally expressed fear. The defendant has contacted witnesses who received grand jury subpoenas. He contacted at least one victim. This constant contact with witnesses on September 10th, a week ago, Dawn Richard sued. Before a September 14th statement by Ms. Harper, the defendant called her 54 times in one day. Some of the way in which the defendant contacts witness and victims are meant to evade. He uses intermediaries, so using other people as well. So yeah, we know she's scared. We know that she's probably still a victim, but I also feel like much of her mindset shows me that this is more about her loyalty to him. Some people, even when they are scared, are still on the villain side. They still are. It is what it is. Okay? Kina should have left that nigga that told her that nobody cared about her music. But she didn't. And now she probably over there depressed in a doghouse. We're going to leave her alone.